Quick disclaimer before this video begins. This video will of course be mainly my opinion, but this time it will be mixed in with all the feedback that I've gathered from my past two videos talking about DreamSMP and Hermitcraft. I personally love and enjoy what both of these servers have to offer, hence the reason why both of those first two videos actually exist in the first place. As I thought it would be a fun idea to break both servers down to their core components and what's good about them and compare them and contrast them to see which one are quote unquote better. Of course this video is more of a friendly comparison and breakdown. Both these servers are really cool servers and they are very different to each other, so comparing them is a little bit of a weird thing to do, but I thought it'd be a fun idea anyway. Either way, let's begin. DreamSMP and Hermitcraft are the best of the best and are also the leading heads when it comes to creative Minecraft multiplayer content. Today we will be breaking down these two servers in order to compare them both in three different parts: building style, lore and roleplay, community and fans. Again, I want to make it clear this is a friendly comparison, there's no meant to be blood between it, it's just more of a bit of fun to discuss what's good about both servers. Either way, let's go. Building and style. Let's start off with the builds and styles of both of these servers. Looking at it from afar, without taking anything else in, Hermitcraft looks like the clearly better looking server with the creative ideas that the players come up with. Allows for the viewers and fans to have a super fun time exploring the builds at the end of the season. There is just something beautiful about the builds that people create for this server, as well as the effort not only in the build itself, but just grinding that they have to do in order to get all the materials to create some of these beautiful, magnificent creations. Building all of these fantastic, gorgeous looking builds in just survival Minecraft is just a certain level of esteem that comes with that. And then of course when we move further into the many redstone mini games, redstone builds and all the other complicated masterpieces they create in these beautiful fantastic worlds. DreamSMP on the other hand is just a lackluster in style when you look at it, but once you understand what happens within this server you might just understand a little more. Here's a question for you: would you put hours upon hours of effort and grinding and building when you know that down the line that there might be a chance that that build will get destroyed? Personally speaking, I wouldn't, and I know that a lot of people out there wouldn't either. But after knowing this, you can take a whole new love for some of the styles and ideas that go with the builds in DreamSMP. Whilst most of it will never compare to what's made in Hermitcraft, the builds themselves, with the use of easy to get resources like stones and woods, the builds themselves are somewhat decently crafted for the ideas that they have that requires it, so you're not so disappointed with the effort getting wasted when things are destroyed in war. Overall, whilst DreamSMP does have some good ideas with it and fun builds from time to time, Hermitcraft is just that much more of a beauty of a server. The beauty of a Hermitcraft world is completely unrivaled by anything in the DreamSMP, leaving me to give Hermitcraft 3 points from this round, whilst DreamSMP gets a single point for having at least some smart ideas with what they can work with. Lore and roleplay. Lore and roleplay is a super common thing within servers like these ones nowadays. Whilst it's not a thing that you need in order to make a fun server, but it ends up being a core part of some why servers become so much more popular than others. Both Hermitcraft and DreamSMP didn't have lore or too much roleplay from the very start, but within Season 6 of Hermitcraft, more roleplay would occur within the servers. Same thing kind of happened with the DreamSMP. The first few months of the server until around July, lore and roleplay wasn't really that much of a part of the server. But after Wilbur joined, he came up with the idea of making a fun and interesting scripted story out of the server, leading to what DreamSMP has come today. Let's break it down. Hermitcraft Season 6 was home to many different stories and other role-playing events over the course of just 2 years. The biggest event that was of course a part of this season was the Prank War, aka the massive Silver War within the server. This would be one of the first times that Hermitcraft would have a massive lore/role-playing dialogue that would occur for way more than just a single week of Hermitcraft content. Right now, Hermitcraft does have events that take place from time to time that need a level of roleplay in order to make them fun, like the massive build-up behind the Hermitcraft base swap, where for around a month leading up to the massive event, the people in the server came up with their own versions of what the letters mean and making many cool stories coming along the way from that. DreamSMP is a server built completely from its lore nowadays. Whilst it was very popular before the lore would ultimately cause the server to completely explode in viewership. The events in the server are mostly scripted, with some events having a looser script allowing for a little bit of improvisation along the story. The creative writing behind some of the stories within the server is no less than amazing, and the roleplay that the players put into this story only helps to make it better. And also the understanding that there sometimes has to be several different scripts that go through just in case a certain key event within one storyline changes slightly and leads to a different outcome. It leads just to a whole new appreciation to what effort goes in behind making the beautiful stories of the DreamSMP server. DreamSMP's lore and roleplay is nothing short than creative and fun, giving some all-round amazing stories, war, and nicely done acting by the players mean that I just gotta give the DreamSMP for 3 points for this round. But Hermitcraft isn't too far behind with some of its ideas and level of roleplay they have been starting up in the server, meaning that I've got to give Hermitcraft at least 2 points from this round, leaving Hermitcraft at 5 points as we lead into the final round, and DreamSMP at 4. The community and fan content. The community and fan content in most cases is the biggest thing that would turn a good video or good collection of ideas into great ones. And so of course there is a massive fan community around both servers that makes a lot of fan content around ideas and the content that comes out of the servers themselves. Hermitcraft, being around since 2012, has a very long history on YouTube with a fair amount of fan-made content going along the history of its videos. But of course over the past few seasons there's been a massive increase of fan content. Things like fan art and fan videos are always a thing around most things, but partway into season 5 a new channel would start up being based around making Hermitcraft recaps, recapping the server events for that week that has been going on since then and is still going on to this very day, now having a channel with over 300,000 people subscribed to it just to tune in to get more information on the things that happen around Hermitcraft in that week. Another really intriguing section of fan content within Hermitcraft is a fair amount of musical remixes made from just random things that happen around the Hermitcraft server. DreamSMP also has a fair amount of things with fan content just like Hermitcraft, with fan art and fan theory videos on the stories and lore within the server, but DreamSMP doesn't have any major creator who remixes stuff from the server, at least not in a musical way. Instead, DreamSMP has a wide amount of fan animations that are lovingly crafted with just as much effort and love and attention to details like the music from the other server. I mean, have you watched one of the DeSantis' animation videos on anything to do with the DreamSMP? They're utterly amazing. Overall, both of these servers have an amazing amount of fan content and they give a lot of attention to their fans and the content that they provide by sharing it around, giving it some love and attention to their community. Meaning that I really can't give either server the edge in this round, giving both of them 3 separate points. This leaves us at 7 points for the DreamSMP and 8 points for Hermitcraft, but I see this personally going either way depending on what you prefer from your favorite servers. For example, you may not enjoy the DreamSMP buildings whatsoever and give Hermitcraft more points based upon that, or you might feel like the lore and role-playing behind the Hermitcraft series is very lackluster in comparison to DreamSMP and give them less points for that as well. Or you personally might appreciate the fan content from one server or the other far more than what you do the other. And that is personally a fair opinion to have, as both of these servers deserve the love that they get overall. Either way, I'm going back to the dark place which I once came, so make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, and goodbye.